evening and welcome to the April 15th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just a reminder that you've got about 6 hours to file your taxes. And I think the Portland post office is open until midnight.
Yeah, we do that, yeah.
We have no public hearings tonight. Any announcements from the board?
I have nothing.
No, sir.
David? Gary?
The only thing I'd like to mention is we had our senior luncheon last week, and we were planning on having it at the Lions Club, where they had some plumbing issues, so we went back to the Snowmobile Club. It still went well. I think we had 35 people, am I right, Matt?
35 or 40.
It was a good turnout, and we're planning on being back at the Lions Club on May 13th, if I'm correct, noontime. So, but it went well, and spread the word.
Like to see it grow.
Yeah, we have plenty of room. Plenty of food.
John, anything?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Additions and deletions to the agenda. We do need to add RSU 57. They've got the warrant that we need to sign, and we probably need to have some discussion of it's a total surprise when they notify us and publish the hearing before they let us know what it's gonna cost us. So, anyway, we can add that to 9E, discuss vote RSU 57 warrant. So if anybody would prefer to make a motion. Second?
Second?
All those in favor? Okay, we'll add that. We have no appointments. Any public comment? Correspondence, financial reports are here. We also have the contract deputy monthly reports. They're in a motor vehicle report for March. If anybody's interested in any of that, you can find most of that on the website or give a call to the town office and we'll make sure that you get a copy. Reports and staff initiatives, selectmen's reports, anything, John?
Nope.
Gary?
No.
David?
I don't get on my 911 numbering system again, and I'm addressing this specifically tonight to Lake Arrowhead. Driven around Lake Arrowhead a lot in the last several weeks, and there's a lot of houses out there that really need to have their numbers put up. We have an announcement on the back of the annual town report as well, just reminding you basically what the requirements are. So if you could just pay attention to that, it'd be helpful.
I'll go a little bit farther with you, David. If any of the elderly can't afford or can't get them up,
Oh, absolutely.
contact Matt and I'll see that somebody puts them up for them.
We've offered that in the past as well.
Yeah,
So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
just for safety.
Anything else, Dave?
No, sir, thank you.
Dwayne, anything?
I have nothing.
Evidently, Josh is up at the EPR conference. And he texted me earlier that we have to recycle our glass to get any reimbursement for the glass. And today there's no market for glass. So anyway, I'm sure I'm headed to a meeting on Thursday afternoon, at the board meeting, so I'm sure that, there'll be a discussion with regard to that. Town administrator.
Just a few things. We'll be meeting with a second public work, planning board meeting on May 7th, and that will, with the updated plans from Sebago Tech. We had a previous meeting a couple weeks ago that went well. Really was no issues from the planning board. I think they're happy with the plans that's been laid out so far. We'll probably talk about it a little bit more tonight, but as a reminder, RS-57 budget validation vote meeting will be held on May 6th at 7 p.m. I've added this to the calendar and shared it with all of you already. I'd strongly suggest if we can make this, that we attend this meeting. Selectman Fecto mentioned about the senior luncheon. Also, to follow up with that, we're meeting with April Tucker. She's previously worked with us on the Old Homes Day Committee, but she's been spearheading the age-friendly initiative. We're working with her. I'm meeting with her again next week to give a letter of support that will allow them to submit for some grant funding to bring some more things to Waterboro, hopefully. And that was what really kind of pushed us more towards that, the luncheons and stuff, but I'm hoping we can create some more partnerships. But I'm excited to meet with her next week to talk about that. We are excited, we get to get another application for the per diem at the fire department, so we'll be hopefully getting that person interviewed here shortly and on board. Just a reminder for all of you that your packets are on Google Drive. If you have any issues, let Laura know. And we also have a couple other folders in there. There's communications folder, and the financial reports are all located in that shared drive as well. If you have any problems, let us know. Roof work will soon begin at the current DPW building. It's been planned for some time now, but just to give you guys a heads up that will be underway.
Looks like you're gonna have 2 good weeks of warm weather. Do that.
Yeah, and we still have several coordination meetings and work going on behind the scenes with Sebago Tech, but things are still moving forward with Public Works Garage. That's it. For now.
Signs.
Oh, yes. We've recently installed 2 new signs that we've been planning on for quite a while, but out front of the town hall and at the library. So we can get some more information out to the public as they're driving by. I think the library's online. If not, we'll be later on today or tomorrow.
Hoping tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. The one out front here is obviously online. We can control them remotely, so we don't have to be on site, but they're cellular controlled.
So the message will be on all 3?
It can be
Fire
on,
department?
it can be on all 3. They can be individual, but we can publish it. And right now we'll have requests come to Dave and I, and we'll get them uploaded.
Okay.
And we're gonna recycle the old sign. I believe it's not Cyro anymore, but the Acrolite place in Sanford. I can't remember the new name, but I've asked for a donation for 2 4x8 sheets of polycarbonate plastic to use the old sign here to replace the one that blew down in the storm on the old Alfred Road side of the fire station.
Yep.
Put 2 new posts there, and we'll resurrect that over there.
Okay. Any questions of Matt?
One more thing.
Yeah.
Talking about signage. We are working on hopefully updating our signs coming into Waterboro. Up Route 5, 202, Townhouse Road, and in East Waterboro. Some of the signs have a 3D image to it now, or is that the correct way to put it, 3D image?
Yep.
Then the replacement sign won't have a 3D image, because you really can't tell that it's stepped off, and it'll be just a solid sheet. But they're peeling pretty bad. We're gonna work on getting those updated.
One quick question, the newest forestry truck, is that all in service or still waiting?
It's complete. We're waiting for some loose equipment to come for it still, and then the training. Very similar chassis, so it won't take long, but yeah, it's essentially in service.
Yeah.
So, it looks good. I'd like to get that over. I've been parking in the parking lot, maybe for the next meeting, you can take a look at it, beforehand, but
would this strictly go out for forestry stuff, or will it roll to accidents, or?
It would be used for an accident if need be for traffic or something, for
Oh, okay.
patrol. It would get used for during storms,
Yeah,
for lines down.
sure.
It'll have chainsaw and the equipment on it, but
Oh, good, yeah,
obviously it's designed for forestry, for wildland, but
right.
it can be used for a variety of different
What's
causes.
the life expectancy of that?
15 years,
Yeah.
15 to 20 years.
you know, depends on how much you get used,
Right.
but hopefully as long as we can.
Yeah,
The smaller vehicles are obviously a lot less expensive to
yeah,
Depending on how
Place,
far
so-
back in the woods you gotta put it, Gary.
yeah, true,
but
yeah,
that could be another issue.
yeah.
But
Anything else?
that's it.
Let's jump into new business. Discussion on prior executive session, consent agreement, possible vote. I think we would defer that to the next meeting when Ben has a chance to write the letter of non-enforcement. So, we'll move that to old business. Discuss vote to sign a quitclaim deed for map 14, lot 040N. This is to cover up or to close out the tax liens and whatnot, so.
So move on lot 14, map 14, lot 040N. Quitclaim deed.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Discuss vote to appoint a member to the Library Board of Trustees. John Burrows has requested, I think we all know John, so we didn't schedule an interview, but what's your pleasure?
Make a motion, we appoint John Burrows to the Library Board of Trustees at his request.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed?
Question why?
I asked myself that question numerous times every day.
Was that after you filled the
Why
form
not?
out?
That's, why not, right?
Well, just concerned, you know, the general, the snow broke the camel's back was the resolution to disband the, Institute for Museum and Library Services. And I just want, I finally said I gotta get involved somehow.
Thank you.
Here we go.
I would say thank you.
All right, next item, 9D.
I was gonna say he likes committees that are all about the books.
That's right. I'll take that.
There you go. That's fair.
Discuss vote to sign abatement for map 42, lot 00A302 from the assessor. This is,
Overvaluation.
yeah, overvaluation, it's about $392.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? Discuss a vote, RSU 57, they do have the agenda here this evening for us to sign off on. I would just like to express my displeasure with the Board of Directors. We met early in February with the superintendent and the business manager. There was no mention of what to expect from the budget. Ultimately, we're being increased by, what, 500 and some odd thousand?
586.
586, which is a 5.24% raise. So I'm just disappointed with the lack of communications. So I'll I'll leave it at that.
I got to make a comment here too, Dennis, that I agree 100% with you that there's no communications coming back to us, and it's like they're trying to slide something by us. And it's our tax dollars that they're messing with, and for the public, it's up to you people to get out to this public hearing, May 6th at 7 o'clock down here to the middle school to vote on this. And don't think your vote doesn't count, because it does. It does. Whether you're voting up or down, it does count.
Just to take off on what Dwayne's saying, this is not anything new or surprising to the town. It seems to be their tactic over the years, and it's disturbing at best. And I think it's something that we as a town really need to take a look at moving forward for the next budget cycle, which is this next hearing coming up on May 6th.
And I'll add to that too, I was just gonna say, excuse me, I've been on the board for 3 years, and for the 3 years, it's been lack of communication and cooperation, simple as that. It's like, they do their thing, there you go, if you like it, fine, if you don't, too bad.
I would strongly advise, or go along with what Dwayne's saying, and we should get out and vote, because enough is enough.
Yeah, so the local share, by the way, is up $1.9 million. And it's up 5.77%. So Limerick has taken it in the shorts at 7.5%. Shapley is at 7.9%. We're at 5.24%. Alfred is, they get the low ball at 3.9%. And Newfield is 3.44%. But it's, and again, to me, it's very, very, very disappointing that we have to learn this from the information that they put out for the May 6th budget hearing.
Just another comment, between your county tax and your school tax increase this year will be $750,000 increase on your tax dollar, on your homes.
So our share, by the way, is $11.8 million
Before or after the increase?
before, but after the increase.
Almost $12 million.
So,
Which means $1 million a month going out of this office to SAD 57.
You know, I looked at the capital reserve funding, they've kind of shown that they're, kind of bothers me, but in a statement here, they're putting $1 million to the capital reserve fund. In comparison, John was what, 60,000, this was the first year we tried to earmark, 50,000 for equipment and 10,000 to building. Is not where we need to be, ultimately, but in the last line, this will be accomplished through the utilization of the fund balance, which will not increase taxation.
How can you make that statement?
But you are significantly impacting taxation, because the cost went up, almost $1 million with us alone. So reduce that for 1 year to $500,000 to go to the fund balance, if that was the case. But they talk, they're talking about all their extra programs in here, not programs, but what they've done for improvements. They've done a lot of improvements, don't get me wrong. We're not even able to match those improvements. We're not able to do that locally.
My other comment here was Sunday afternoon, I had a young fella call me he was looking for money to be able to, fund the baseball team. I gave him $50, but they needed to come up with quite a bunch of money so that those kids could go on a bus to get to their out-of-town ball games. And they're going up this amount of taxation, and the kids can't play sports.
Where's all the money going?
Well, the problem with, and they don't charge for football games,
Mm-hmm.
for basketball games anymore, because quote unquote, it goes into the general fund. But, you know, I think people were willing to pay $5 or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, so, I just think they're, and I really hate to say this, but I think they're out of control.
At the end of the day, it's up to the voters. We
So-
can hash this all
so-
night, but it's gotta be up to the voters.
Yeah.
So they increased their fund balance use from $3 million to $3,118,000. So the last audit that I looked at, they had $5 million uncommitted and $5 million committed, so they had a
$10
$10
million.
million fund balance. Now, 5 of it was committed,
Right.
but I'm just very, very disappointed. So, anyway,
Please get out and vote on May sixth.
Yes.
Take an hour of your time on May sixth at 7:00 and come down to the middle school and vote.
okay, other than that, we have to sign the warrant, that will get posted for the, budget hearing.
Isn't that to go on the ballot? The budget to go on the ballot at the election?
No, it's for, yeah, it is for the election. Noticeably absent was 2 of our directors. So,
But at that point, we only had one on there.
right, so I'd entertain a motion to at least sign this so that it can get posted.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? All right. Old business. Discuss a vote to appoint a member to the planning board. What's your pleasure there?
I'll make a motion that we appoint Jill Prescott, who will be interviewed this evening, to the planning board.
Second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? So make sure that they're notified that they've got an additional member, and they're not meeting tomorrow night, but they're meeting the 23rd.
23rd, yeah.
Other, discuss vote to accept the minutes of the April 1st meeting.
So moved.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? Opposed? We're still waiting on feedback from the planning board for the Steve Everett zoning change request. I think you're all set on the week actions list. Anybody that wants to add to the agenda, please let me know. By the 4th? No. Oh, we got 5 weeks or something.
I think it's May first, is it May first?
May
Yeah, May
6th.
May
1st.
sixth.
Will be our next meeting.
May sixth.
May sixth is the meeting, but we need to be told by May first.
Okay, but, Dennis, on that May May sixth meeting, do we wanna start our meeting at 5:30? We have a public hearing, but we can hold our meeting at 5:30 and then go into a public hearing and then from there be able to go
Go
to
next
Sat
door.
57.
I'm fine with it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So.
I'll make that a motion then.
All right, we'll start at 5:30, if there's a second,
Yes.
okay?
Go ahead.
All those in favor? Opposed? All right, items needing signature, the quitclaim deed, the abatement, also the warrant, RSU 57 warrant. Other than that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.